Happy Friday, everybody. This is Chris with the Sawtooth Avalanche Center with your weekend update for February 4th. As always, these are not a substitute for checking the Avalanche forecast. Be sure to check that each day you're heading out in the backcountry. And this is just intended to give you an idea of what's happened this past week and what to expect for the coming weekend. So let's start by talking about what happened this past week. And long story short, not a whole lot. As you all know, we're in almost 4 weeks into a prolonged dry spell. I've gotten a little bit of snow in here and there, but not a whole lot going on. We did get 1 to 5 inches of new snow earlier this week, with our northwestern mountains getting the most, and the Wood River Valley just squeaking by with maybe a trace. Some northwest winds accompanied that snowfall, and then they shifted westerly today, being Friday. We've also had cold temps, and these conditions have produced some small, sensitive wind slabs. And we'll show some photos here in a second. So following the snowfall earlier this week, Ben was up on Galena Peak and intentionally triggered this very small wind slab. With this prolonged dry spell is creating widespread weak snow at the surface. So that's what's keeping the skiing and riding good in places, the faceted snow surface. But then when we form wind slabs on top of those weak surfaces, they can be pretty sensitive and touchy. In fact, a group in Lake Creek earlier this week actually remotely triggered a very small wind slab from that place indicated here on the photo. So from almost 100 feet away. So just showing how sensitive these wind slabs can be, and maybe giving us a little bit of an indicator of how this weak snow surface will react once we load it. But as we'll get to, there's really not much loading in sight. Even today, the wind was continuing to blow. Northern Sawtooth. Shot today on Friday. Snow still being transported. And not a whole lot of snow to be blown around out there. We just obviously haven't gotten that much snow, but still some snow to move. And today's wind shifted a little bit more westerly, so starting to load some slopes that haven't really been loaded the last few days. So through the weekend, we want to watch for wind slabs. Another thing is, with all the faceting at the snow surface and a little bit of new snow from earlier this week, loose snow avalanches are becoming a possibility too. You can see here was one that Ben triggered in the Sawtooths and some steeper terrain. I saw the same thing yesterday in Upper Pole Creek. So these aren't likely to be too big or particularly dangerous if you're paying attention, but you'll just need to watch those sloughs of your adventures take you into steeper terrain. As the temperatures warm up and the sun pops out this weekend, we might start to see some sun-induced loose snow avalanches as well. So the avalanche danger has been low across the board. In fact, it's been low across the board for 10 days in a row. So not totally unheard of, but maybe trending in that direction. So what's in store for the upcoming weekend? Let's talk about the weather first. Might get a trace of snow tonight in our northern and western mountains, and that's a maybe. And then we'll have decreasing clouds and a fairly sunny weekend ahead. And then high pressure rebuilds for the upcoming week. So it's looking like we're going to see a fair bit of sunshine and some pretty mild temperatures heading into the week. So this is a point forecast taken kind of in the middle of the forecast area, showing a lot of sunshine this weekend and into next week. So for avalanche conditions this weekend, low danger is likely to continue. Triggering a large avalanche remains unlikely. Biggest problem is likely to be small and isolated wind slabs. These aren't likely to be big enough to bury anybody, but as people head into steeper terrain, more adventurous terrain, these can be dangerous if they knock you off your feet or your snow machine. So that's something to be watching out for. And then also those loose snow avalanches, whether it's something you're triggering or possibly triggered by the sunny and skies and warmer temperatures this weekend. So everybody wants to know, when's it going to snow? I wish I had some good news for you. This is a weather model looking out to Valentine's Day out through February 14th. And this first bar is Snowfall, and you can see that it's flatlined at 0. So doesn't look likely that we're going to get any snow before Valentine's Day. And I'm not going to even speculate about what's going to happen after that. But don't lose hope. Things can change. And actually, there's still some really good skiing and riding out there, especially in our areas that have gotten a few inches of snow this week. So get out there, have an adventure, enjoy some good snow and some sunshine, and have a great weekend. Sure to let us know what you're seeing out there. Drop us a line, send in an observation, even when there's not a whole lot going on. We sure love to hear from you and hear what you're seeing. Thanks for watching.